project today is I wanted to get one of these tanks scaped. What we're gonna be doing in here, as you can probably tell, is 2 planted setups. So I used all this acrylic cement and created some seams to make 2 tanks. So this is the acrylic cement that I used. This is basically like weld-on 16, side grip 16 is what this is called. Now what it does, this is the remnants of the sheet that I actually bought. So I cut it all up and it ended up going right in here. Now originally I was gonna make 4, but I really wanted to have 2 like 35-gallon tanks, 30-ish gallons. The 2 breeds of shrimp that I would really like to get, I'm planning on our green jade shrimp, high grade. They're about $8 a shrimp. I'm gonna put them in this tank and really see if I can get them to breed. That's more of a shrimp that's just for me though, because I think they're the coolest. And then in this one, I'm gonna get some classic fire red cherry shrimp. And those are the ones that I'm really gonna try and breed and figure the hobby out with and kind of understand some things. Amazon dropped off the Eco Complete today. So I got 4 bags of Eco Complete. With this tank here, the last thing I have to do is I have to apply some of this PVC glue, basically. It's the same idea as the cement for the acrylic. When I got this lobster tank, it came with this 2-inch diameter pipe because that's what they were running their whole sump system and everything through. So what I did is I went to Rona, I believe, yeah, Rona or Totem, and I got this 2-inch fitting that I'm going to cap it with. So it screws in just like this, and the idea is we're gonna take some of this, basically the last seal it's ever gonna have, and then screw it down, and we should be all good to go. And then I'm just gonna put a bunch of dirt over that and make this more into like an island scape. I think it's gonna work out pretty well. You know, not a lot of people would be like, oh, I can make this work, I can make this work. But honestly, I thought this was the coolest thing. I was even considering if we only put substrate up yay high, this could be like one of those surfaces that you stick moss to or put a bunch of Anubias on, or just, you know, endless possibilities. I've had all these sponge filters cycling for 3-4 weeks now. They're ready to go right into these tanks as soon as I do it. So nothing but waiting on me, and I'm about to place a shrimp order tonight. I took a time lapse. I'm not sure if I'm gonna include it, but because it didn't really turn out so great. The camera got out of focus halfway through. If I include it, it'll be right after me talking here. If not, we'll just cut right to the clips of the tanks behind me. So these are both the tanks I got set up here. This is one of the shrimp tanks, and here's the other one. And I kind of wanted to make it look kind of like one tank. Like you can tell there's the limnophila is right on both of the ends. And I thought that was pretty cool. The theme I'm going with, like this is Rotala hatra. So if I've got good lighting and the proper nutrients, it should turn a bit red. Then we've got Reneki pink. So that also turns red. You can see the leaves underneath are pink. So I got pink and pink right on the divider. Then I got stargrass right there, and the limnophila. Then it goes red. Instead of stargrass, we've got the hygro, and then limnophila. So it's different, but not exactly. It still kind of looks like one tank, and when it grows in, it'll look pretty good. The plan I got going on for here for this big cap is I'm gonna get moss that's coming in the mail right now, some Taxiphyllum spiky, or I can't remember, I think the fire moss, I can't exactly remember, but it's a Taiwan type moss. I'm gonna wrap it all around this thing, along with this other bag of substrate that's coming in. So that's half the reason why the video actually didn't do well, is because I thought all the bags were delivered, but then I checked my Amazon order, I was like, I only got 3 bags out of 4, so I was doing 2 per tank. Where I live, it was cold the night they got delivered and they have liquid in it, and I heard one of the bags burst open, so it got returned to the shipper or returned to seller. So I'm not sure exactly when it's coming, so I did what I could so far in this tank because I had already put both bags in here by the time I was already doing this tank, and I thought, well, that's not a big deal. I'll slope it up at the back, plant all the plants that I can, and then right here we're gonna put some substrate, and then wrapping around that plastic head there, I'm going to put all that moss and stuff and have it just be like a really bushy type island in this corner so that people can come from the side, mostly me, and kind of see if there's any shrimp hiding in the back here and have a really good angle. I think it's gonna work really good. I'm super excited for this, super excited. I got this piece of wood actually out of the 20 long downstairs, and I took the Christmas moss in there that was not doing good because these fish are terrible with aqua plants, and I wrapped it all around this stick here, and I'm pretty sure it's just gonna explode. I've also got an Anubias in there. I'm not exactly sure which one that is. Could be Hastifolia. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just getting into the Anubias plants. I really like them though. Stem plants have been what I've always started with, but I'm really starting to get into the rhizome plants. I'm kind of interested in just dosing the water column instead of doing root tabs. And that's also why I got this specific substrate, because I've heard on the internet and from a couple of friends locally that they don't dose root tabs with root feeders. They just get this type of substrate, which is crushed up lava rock, volcanic stone. So what that means is it's the most porous thing you can basically use as substrate in your tank. Lava stone is the absolute best. Like, I've got lots of stuff tied to lava stone. You can see these are lava stone right here. So I got these literally from Home Hardware. I got this stuff mainly so that there could be always a lot of biofilm and stuff, because I'm putting 2 different breeds of shrimp in here, and I'm super excited to get them. They should be coming here either tomorrow, which is Monday the 16th, or Wednesday, which would be the 18th. And we're immediately just gonna get them into the tanks, get them acclimated. I got the sponge filters for these tanks cycling over there, and it's just ready to go. So I thought before signing off, I'll show you guys my tanks. This is my 29 gallon. Currently is like an Episto breeding setup. I do have some dither fish in there though, but they don't mess around too much. They make the fish feel really comfortable. There's my female. Get her a little cave. The male up there, that's Zeus. Zeus and Hera. Robbie noses are getting on it first, but as they get a whiff, they usually will come up here. Zeus just needs to So originally I bought 3 of these fish. Guy at the local fish store gave me a better deal on 3. Also because he couldn't sex them. So he was like, I was like, can I get a pair? And he's like, I don't know. So I just bought all 3. But yeah, so this is my 29 gallon. It's got the breeding pair in there. They've bred a couple times. I'm not gonna say they're a successful pair because she's ate the eggs all the whole time. My dog opened the door, so there's a little bit of glare now, but whatever. Anyways, I got my Hygrophila in here. I got Halanthium quad, Stargrass in the back, Ludwigia palastris, and Scarlet Temple plants. Those are some of the reds here. There were some floating plants. I got some Anubias stored in here. It's basically a bunch of shit. I even got Bacopa. This was really my first attempt at a big fully planted aquascape. Don't get me wrong, I had the 75 gallon first, but this was the first attempt. So let's swing over now to, it's my 20 long. This one's housing my 1 female fire red, or double red. And she's honestly in better condition than the other female because she hasn't been pestered so much. So she's got a really nice tail, no fraying. She's showing really good colors, super yellow. And every time I feed her, she goes with the single dot, which basically means that she's ready to breed or has laid eggs, but I haven't found any eggs yet. So I'm gonna go up to the city and I'm gonna get her a male. Probably get another pair. I'll put 3 in here and see what goes down. But yeah, I really like breeding these Apistogramma, and I'm super stoked to start raising the fry. And yeah, see that single dot on her? Easier to see from far away, but yeah, she's pretty close to ready to breed. So I'm conditioning her right now. I'm overfeeding quite a bit so that she feels like there's a lot of food for her young. And then probably next weekend I'll be getting her a male. And usually what happens with these fish is as soon as you get them a male, they or a female, you put one or the other in the tank and it just starts. Put a root tab or 2 under there too. Brings down the pH, because these fish really like to breed in like 6.5 to 7, you know, under 7, that's for sure. But I have got them to breed in, I think, just under 7, and that was I brought the pH down with root tabs, but it'll really bring down the pH and help you if you're trying to do some breeding. But yeah, where I'm from, we got really hard water, so that's something to keep an eye on, but I don't mind it. Sometimes it makes your equipment look tattered and stuff because you get these hard water stains and stuff, but a lot of plants do really well in hard water, like really well, because it provides them a lot of other things that they need that they don't get in soft water. So anyways, that's Zeus. He's like definitely my favorite fish. Him and Lenny. I'll show you Lenny. Lenny's upstairs. Lenny's a rainbow shark, and he's like the biggest fish I've ever owned aside from a fancy goldfish, and he's just gonna keep getting bigger, so we'll show you that tank now. Setup's not the cleanest right now, but there she is. This is my 75 gallon. Ignore these stupid filters here. I'm cycling them for my 2 new aquariums. These are gonna be shrimp setups. But anyways, here's Lenny. There's my rainbow shark down there. He's about 4.5 inches right now. The other stock that I have in here, I got 13 golden barbs and I think 8 Odessa barbs. And not gonna lie, I don't really like them that much anymore. They are very hard on plants. They rip a lot of things up and make them not look very good, but I love Lenny here. He's a good man. He's the tank boss for sure, keeps everyone in line. These guys are chilling like villains. These are my shrimp. Forgot to introduce them. They're my 2 bamboo shrimp. They're the coolest. They're so cool. They're the reason I'm getting shrimp, boys. Like, boys and girls. There's the Corys. Getting in on it too. But yeah, in the back I got Nymphoids Hydrophila Taiwan, or Hydrophila Taiwan. Amazing plant. This was really the first plant I ever got to grow. I don't know if it was posted previous or it'll be posted after this, but my 75 gallon, like 1 year time-lapse video shows that this is the first plant that I ever got to grow, and it kind of started the whole journey. But I love this. I sell this to a ton of people locally, and it's a great beginner plant. Amazing. See, I got some jungle val in the back there too. It's not looking super great. I got a tiger lotus right there, and then this is like Ludwigia repens or Ludwigia blastris. Anyways, whatever. But this was the first big tank I got. So the 29 gallon downstairs was the first time I bought a tank that wasn't a fish bowl. Like, technically, I had a 10 gallon tank to start with, and then I moved up quickly because I bought 2 fancy goldfish, or more or less rescued them, but we'll get into that story one day. But when I rescued these 2 fancy goldfish, I started researching fish and realized, holy crap, these things are gonna grow and I'm not ready for it. So I went out and bought a 29 gallon tank, the whole kit from PetSmart. I wish I would have known before that, because I would have just gone much bigger off the bat, like 40 breeder or something. But once I was in the hobby for a year or 2, I got this tank and I built the stand with it and everything. It was the first time I got a really big filter, the FX4. I painted the background. I really tried to make this super cool. I was going for unique off the bat, but I don't know how unique this scape really is. It used to be better, but like I said, all these fish, they rip up all the plants that I've tried. So I've tried all of these type of plants in there and the ones you've seen downstairs. And the ones that stick are the ones you're seeing. And even that, like that sword is not doing well. They just won't let it come back. I don't think I'm gonna keep them much longer, because I'd like to have some more real estate to grow plants and stuff. Some more space, that type of thing. But we'll see if we can rehome them and get them a good home. But I thought I'd show you guys what they're like right now. I've had these guys for over 2 years. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, about 2 years, if not longer. Oh, do you need to go outside? All right, let's go outside. Thanks for joining me on the first one, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.